Breaking news. Welcome to today's headlines. Grandmother arrested over allegiance to IPOB regains freedom after 1 year detention. Grandmother arrested over allegiance to IPOB regains freedom after 1 year detention. To my dear listeners, from wherever you're listening from, please stay tuned as I read today's news. Maria Diario, supporter of detained leader of indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, has regained her freedom. Diario, a grandmother, was released on Thursday, April 21, 2022, 1 year after a alleged abduction by agents of the intelligence response team of the Nigeria Police Force, a title led by the suspended DCP Abakari in Imo State. She was said to have been consequently detained at the IRT's dangerous abattoir facility. However, Ifeanyi Ejiofor, the head of the legal tail of Nnamdi Kanu, announced that she is now being released. She said her release was equal to an application for the enforcement of her fundamental human right filed on her behalf before a federal high court in Abuja. Ejiofor said she was hurriedly charged to court on frivolous and smokescreen charge by the infamous IRT. He said this step was clearly targeted at truncating the fundamental human right suit we filed to compel her release. Nevertheless, the long arm of the law has finally caught up with these monsters in uniform as the Federal High Court proceeded to hear our suit on the merit and consequently directed for our unconditional release. Damages were equally awarded against the suspended DCP Abakari together with his disbanded outfit for the gross violation of Mrs. Ezediaro's fundamental right. The Federal High Court seized the frivolous charge brought against her and equally granted her bail on our application. Today, Mrs. Ezediaro has finally regained her freedom and presently walks the street a free person. Be assured, Chineke, that we are vigorously pursuing the bail applications of every other person arrested and detained in similar circumstances, and they shall all regain their freedom in due course. My team and I shall stop at nothing to ensure that all Chineke arrested and still detained at various detention facilities of the Nigerian security agencies are released. Chukwu Okike Abiyama is always on the throne. Maria Diario, supporter of detained leader of indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, has regained her freedom. Diario, a grandmother, was released on Thursday, April 21, 2022, 1 year after a alleged abduction by agents of the intelligence response team of the Nigerian police force, Itato, led by the suspended DCP Abakiyari in Imo State. She was said to have been consequently detained at the IRT's dangerous Abattoir facility. However, Ifeanyi Ejiofor, the head of the legal team of Nnamdi Kanu, announced that she is now be released. She said, her release was equal to an application for the enforcement of a fundamental human right filed on her behalf before a federal high court in Abuja. Ejiofor said she was already charged to court on frivolous and smokescreen charge by the infamous IRT. He said this step was clearly targeted at truncating the fundamental human rights suit we filed to compel her release. Nevertheless, the long arm of the law has finally caught up with those monsters in uniform as the Federal High Court proceeded to hear our suit on the merit and consequently directed for our unconditional release. Damages were equally awarded against the suspended DCP, Abakiyari, together with his disbanded outfit for the gross violation of Mrs. Ezediairo's fundamental right. The Federal High Court seized the frivolous charge brought against her and equally granted her bail on our application. Today, Mrs. Ezediairo has finally regained her freedom and presently walks the streets a free person.